Welcome back to a Faster PC live support. I know you've been waiting all week for this show. Well, you don't have to wait any longer. Get excited. This time, this is exciting. We're actually going to be helping people resolve their computer problems. We may help you resolve your computer problems. So give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Or you can head over to our Facebook or YouTube video. Either go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Go to YouTube. YouTube channel is kind of new, and we don't have as many likes over there, but get over there and you can watch the show there as well. Or you can head to our website at fasterpc.com. We have links to both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel where you can watch this show in its entirety. And you know what? If you're driving down the road, you're doing other things, you're not able to watch right now, you'll be able to watch the show in its entirety at your convenience after the show is over. So, but if you have a computer question, if you have a computer problem, if something's not working, now is your chance to get your problem solved for free. Give us a call, 772-340-1590, and let's see whether we can help you on this show resolve your computer problem. Also, we do have technicians that are standing by in the shop ready to resolve computer problems, and we'll be there today until 2, but you don't have to wait until then. Remember, computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical problems as well. And right now I'm going out sharing this show to social media. You may want to do the same. And just to let your friends know, you don't want to keep all this information to yourself. You don't want to be the only one that has this information that you're learning here on a Faster PC Live Technical Support. Of course, we're going to be here answering your questions. We will be continuing to talk about how you can watch television without a cable TV subscription. And this is something that, we started out talking about this last week, got a lot of feedback after the show as well. So this is something that we definitely want to go over with you, want to share with you. So we want to help you with your answering your computer questions. One of the things we'll talk about today as well is we'll talk about some of the things that we've seen recently, so that you can know, so that you can be aware and maybe more alert as well. One of the things that we have seen several computers that have had issues. Microsoft recently did Windows updates, and during the process of rebooting, occasionally there's issues. And sometimes maybe, I don't know if there's a problem with maybe there's a power issue right when the computer is rebooting during an update, or maybe it's because of something else. Maybe even it's taking longer to boot up after the restart, and the customer is just maybe a little bit patient and maybe turns the computer off during that process. That's a bad thing. You don't want to do that. We do have a few computers that we have worked on in the last week or two that have had problems with rebooting after the Windows update, and some of those have required some of them we've been able to repair the boot, and some of them we've actually had to redo their operating system, either running a reset or restoring from a previous restore point, or actually even one of them we recently did a data transfer from an old hard drive, and we actually went back to that old hard drive and redid a data transfer. First we backed up their data and then did another data transfer. They had Windows 7 at the time. We had upgraded them to Windows 10 since, so we went ahead, updated them to Windows 10 and restored the data. We'll be delivering that one later today. But this is something definitely you need the Windows updates to patch security holes. Without those patches, you are a sitting duck for hackers that are trying to and want to hack into your system. So you don't want to allow that to happen to you. You do want to install the patches, but you want to make sure that your computer has good power after that the updates install, and during that reboot, make sure that the computer has solid power. One of the ways you can do that is by having a battery backup, or UPS, uninterruptible power supply. So that's what UPS stands for, and it is a unit that is both a surge protector, and typically there will be some outlets that are surge only, and there are some outlets that are surge plus battery. And the surge plus battery, that's where you'll want to connect your computer, and typically you'll want to connect your monitor. You don't have to have your monitor there, but obviously in the event of a power outage, you would need to be able to see the monitor, if the power outage is longer than just a few seconds. And most outages are just a short blip, and that's enough to cause corruption to your operating system, though. But if it's longer than that, you will want to have your monitor connected to the battery side. One of the things we see sometimes with people that have UPSs is, first of all, the batteries do wear out. The batteries will last about 2 to 3 years, and then the batteries need to be replaced. We do carry the batteries for UPS units, and depending on, we carry the standard size battery. Some of the newer ones that are smaller do have smaller batteries, and they're actually more expensive, so much so that really you're probably better off just replacing the unit at that point. But the standard size batteries, we do carry them. What happens sometimes is that the battery gets weak, and what happens is that the unit starts to fail on battery and will beep when there's a power outage. So what the people do quite often is they'll move their devices over to the surge only side, and at that point they have no battery backup. We also see sometimes that units from the beginning are connected, and maybe people don't look and don't read what's right there on the outlets, right next to the outlets. Some of them will say battery plus surge, and some of them will say surge only. And we see computers and monitors that are plugged into the surge only side. They should be plugged into the battery side. And one way you can test the computer is just pull the plug out of the wall and see if the computer stays on. Or if you want to be really safe, just shut the computer down but leave the monitor on, and pull the plug out of the wall, see if the monitor stays on. And if it doesn't, then you know that the battery needs to be replaced. Another thing we see is that sometimes people will connect their printer to the battery side. You never want your printer to be connected to the battery side because it draws too much power. And really, is it going to be the end of the day if your printer turns off when there's a power outage? No, it's not. Really, you want your computer to stay up. You want your monitor to stay up. You may want, if you have a network switch, you're going to want that to stay up, or a router, you probably will want that to stay up. But you can live, even if your cable modem or your AT&T modem power cycles, you might be disconnected from the internet for anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes. The Comcast modems do take about 5 to 10 minutes to reboot. But, everything will come back up, but your computer will stay online. Your monitor will stay online if you have a computer with a monitor. So you want to make sure of this. Another thing that we saw this past week is we saw a system that came in where the people responded to somehow either by clicking on a link or calling a number, and then letting hackers into their computer or scammers into their computer. They responded to hackers or scammers, let them into their computer. And we don't see this very often, but it is one means of ransomware where the hackers or scammers actually encrypt the data on your drive and add a password that's required to get into it's prior to even your computer starting to boot up into Windows. There's a password that's added, and Microsoft used to back up the registry so that you could recover this. And for some reason, well, they say to save data or save space on the drive, they stopped doing that. And this particular customer was left with the choice of paying really what I would consider criminals to get their computer back operational or doing a clean install of Windows. So one of the things that you want to make sure you have is make sure you have a good backup, and also do not call the scammers or the hackers. Don't click on links. Don't open up attachments. Don't let them into your computer. Don't fall for their tricks. They are criminals, really, in my opinion, and you don't want to let them into your system. And if you have let them into your system, well, a faster PC can help you get them out of your system. And in most cases, we can do that without losing data. In this case, the customer did lose data because they didn't have a backup.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for a Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site. Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do need a faster PC, and we are back ready to answer your computer questions, ready to help you resolve computer and technical problems. So our number here, if you have a question, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. And one of the things that we started talking about last week, we started talking about different ways that you can watch television without a cable TV subscription. We talked about digital antennas. We talked about the new YouTube NFL Sunday Ticket by YouTube, and this. Well, it's the NFL product, but it's available now exclusively on YouTube. It used to be available exclusively on DirecTV, and so people actually got DirecTV, and they subscribed to it year around, and then they paid an extra $250 or $300 for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Now, with the new NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV, you can get it with YouTube TV, or you can actually get it without YouTube TV just by watching it on YouTube. And what this allows you to do is to watch every game whenever you want to watch it. Now, if you're watching it on YouTube without YouTube TV, I'm not sure whether you have the DVR capabilities. DVR stands for Digital Video Recorder. And what that means is you can actually watch the game after the fact, and you can record it, and you can go ahead and get in there and watch it afterward. So this is something that is an option. One of the other options that we talked about is, of course, getting a digital antenna. This would give you access to the games that are being broadcast on live television. So, if you're a Dolphins fan, you're in. If you're a Buccaneers fan, you're in, because the regular season games, most of them are going to be on primetime television, and you're going to be able to watch them, on one of the local channels. And Fox News, or Fox, not Fox News, but Fox broadcast station out of West Palm is very easy to get. You could actually probably just, I don't know if you've seen those little antennas that you actually just put on your wall inside your house. You could probably get Fox, just with one of those. But they do have ones that have the actual arms that go out, and you can point those in different directions. They are designed to be mounted to a pole outside, and then to be connected through a cable into a box that's connected into your TV. And those units are very effective at especially if you have them outside, if you have them high up on a pole. We have some customers that have picked up stations out of Orlando with those. Even, definitely all of the West Palm Beach stations as well, and going down into Miami. So it's very doable with these digital antennas. One method that we talked about also was the NFL Plus, and they do have actual plans. And I'm going to switch over and just show you this because we did talk about this a little bit last week. But let me see. For some reason, my full screen. See, my full screen is not showing my full screen, so I'm not sure what is happening. I'll verbally describe this to you. You know what? I think it just came in. Okay, there it goes. So for some reason, my full screen wasn't showing my full screen. But for those that are watching on the YouTube, our live stream on YouTube or Facebook, you'll be able to see this. If you're not watching, if you're just listening on the radio, I'll try to describe to you what other people are seeing, and you can go to our website. We have links to our YouTube and Facebook pages, and you can actually, our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, you can go there and you can watch this at your convenience afterward. But if you go to NFL.com, they actually have, and there is a setting where you can get it, where you can set NFL to not show you the scores. And I actually changed my setting that way, because if you are going to watch a game, the thing with the NFL Plus is you can watch the games live if they're on television locally. You can also, and they do have two plans. We'll just go over the plans and then we'll talk a little bit about this. So they have a monthly plan and a yearly plan. They have NFL Plus. So with the NFL Plus, you get the NFL Network. You also get live out-of-market preseason games. So you can watch your team in the preseason. And those are kind of interesting because you want to, if you're an NFL fan, you're interested in the players that your team drafted and the players that they signed that they didn't draft, maybe even free agents, seeing whether they're going to make the team or not, whether they're going to play well or not. And that's an interesting part of it. So you can watch those live. Also, live game audio, and you can get the, both teams' radio feed, basically. So of course, you can listen to your team's radio feed, which will be very biased toward your team, or the other team's radio feed. You also have NFL Films and more on demand, all ad-free and more. And that is $39.99 a year. They have it on a discount right now. They do charge tax on it, though, so that'll bring it up. Normally $49.99 a year. Then they have the NFL Plus Premium, which has everything in the NFL Plus. Plus, you can watch NFL Red Zone, which shows you like every team, every game when they're in the red zone. And then you can watch full, condensed, or all 22 coaches' films replays, all ad-free. And that's normally $100 a year. It's on sale right now for $80 a year. I actually have subscribed to this in the past, and I stopped subscribing when a lot of the NFL teams and the players started doing their kneeling for the national anthem. I certainly respect people's rights to protest, but the fact is these guys are making millions of dollars, most of them. Some of them are only making $350,000 or so, which is probably more than you or I are making, but they're making a lot of money in this country. We have done more for equality. I mean, we had states in this nation that started outlawing slavery shortly after the Revolutionary War was over. We haven't been perfect, but and definitely when we're not perfect, I definitely stand up against what is happening and call for this nation to turn back to God. But I don't believe, I believe that that we need to be kneeling in prayer before God, and we need to be standing for our national anthem. So I actually stopped subscribing during that time, and they haven't been doing that as much lately. Some of them still don't show the proper respect to this country. I believe that I mean, really, they're spoiled. They don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to live in a third world country. But that's beside the fact. I did resubscribe to this. I subscribed to it last night or yesterday afternoon, and actually, my team played. My team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they played the Buccaneers last night. I thought it might be on broadcast television because I know the regular season Buccaneers games are, but it wasn't on broadcast television. But it's interesting. The full video was not available. It was supposed to be available 10 minutes after the game was over, but it wasn't available as of late last night. It wasn't available. I'm not sure if there might have been a glitch. One of the things that happens, I mean, this is preseason, so the players are kind of getting back into the groove of having, knowing how to play, and they have some new guys on the field that may not do everything and know everything exactly like they're supposed to. Well, one of the things, and what one of my friends just texted me, "Go Bears!" So he's listening. With the NFL, NFL Plus Premium, you can watch the Bears games if because if you're a Dolphins fan, if you're a Buccaneers fan, you've got it made. Really, most of their games are going to be on broadcast TV. But if you're a fan of Pittsburgh, you're a fan of the Browns, you're a fan of the Bears, you're a Cowboys fan, you're only going to watch the games that are broadcast on TV. Really, you're not going to be able to watch these otherwise. So with this subscription, it is an inexpensive way to watch the games, but you can't watch the out-of-market games live, except for the preseason. You can listen to them if you want to, but you can't watch them live, but you can watch them after the fact. Typically, what they have done, because they don't want you to watch the games, they don't want you to watch the games while other games are on. They want you to watch the games that are on, and they want, for this service, because it is less expensive than the NFL Sunday Ticket, they want you to watch this afterward. And typically, they advertise that like Sunday games will be available Monday morning, and Monday night games for some reason would be available Wednesday morning. Now, in the past, I've seen that like maybe right after midnight on Sunday night, the games have been available to watch. And but sometimes that Monday game, is like a day and a half before you can watch that. Of course, if you had cable TV, you could watch that live or even record it with DVR. Now, last night, the full game wasn't available after the game was over. And by the way, again, they said the game would be available 10 minutes after the game. So maybe, maybe the guys that are doing the video, maybe they're in spring training also, or the preseason also, and they're kind of getting used to how to do this all. But 10 minutes is pretty quick after the game. So the full game wasn't available. The coach's film wasn't available. And I've never watched the coach's film, so I guess that just shows you a whole bunch of replays and a whole bunch of stuff like that. That was supposed to be available 10 minutes after the game also, but the condensed game was available. So last night, and it was late, and it probably was good that I watched the condensed game, but the condensed game, I watched the entire game, entire preseason game, and it took about 40 minutes. So you can imagine a 3-hour game condensed into 40 minutes. They show you the kickoff. They show you, they cut from the end of one play to the beginning of the next play, and they keep doing that. You do most of the time hear when there's a penalty, you hear the referee say what the penalty was. You don't see any replays. You don't see, for the most part, occasionally you'll see just like I think there was like one or two really good plays that they showed a replay, but you don't see any coaches challenge. You don't see if there's a player down from injury. You don't see that. The commentators will be starting to talk about a story about a certain player. It just cuts right off, and you go to the next play. So one thing, it probably wasn't the best experience with a preseason game, because you're kind of wanting to know those players that got drafted and the players that may not have been drafted or free agents. How are they doing? Who are they? I mean, I don't know who they are. I don't know what their numbers are. I don't know any of this. So you see these players making plays, but you don't really know who they are. So this was, and you really have to pay attention. I mean, there's nothing that tells you, you can look on the screen and you can see what quarter it is, what the score is, what down it is, and how much time is left. But you really, really have to pay attention. I mean, I was eating, and I had, it was difficult to even look down at my food to take my next bite of food. That's how you really have to concentrate when you're watching the condensed game. But you can watch it really quick, and it was a really cool way to be able to watch the game. I was able to watch it even though I wasn't able to watch the full game, and I had to do that because I can tell you from experience that if you don't do that and you listen to WPSL, Cliff will come on the radio and he will tell you who won the game. That's a fact.
To a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment.
Had to rib you there a little bit, Cliff.
Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or A Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, A Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to A Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean A Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftInsert. support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie. And on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to A Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for A Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical problems as well. And as always, your question doesn't have to be about what we've been talking about. It could be about anything. And, some of our, one of my friends that likes the Bears, he texted me and he said that the Bears have more championships than the Steelers have. And I'm like, no, they don't, but they actually do. Before the Super Bowl era, they had 8, and they have one Super Bowl win, and the Steelers have 6 Super Bowl wins. But I don't know if they won any championships before the Super Bowl era. But hey, the Steelers did get sent Chase Claypool over to the Bears last year and got a second round draft pick, which happened to be the 32nd pick of the draft, which they used to pick Joey Porter Jr., who I saw on one play last night in the condensed game. But he probably was playing more than that. But again, without the commentary, it's difficult to know where all the players are and all of that. But again, that NFL Plus, it is a great way. It's very inexpensive way to be able to see it. But you are watching it after the fact. But you do have a recording of it, so you can actually watch every game that you want. You have to, it's not as exciting if you're watching a game. It's not as exciting, not as exciting to watch the game if you know the score. And if you're watching it after the fact, it's not as exciting if you know who won, if you know the score. There's a certain level of anticipation, that and excitement in not knowing what's about to happen. So if to do that though, you have to stay away from social media. You have to not be watching television. at least any channel that might be reporting on it. I mean, you have to not be listening to a radio station that might be broadcasting a game because, even if it's not your game, they're likely to come on and say, so and so scored a touchdown in this game that you're interested in. So you have to stay away from that. And then, you really want to watch that game as quickly as you can afterward, because as you go on, the chances of running into someone that's going to tell you about the game, or seeing something on the internet, or watching something on television. Even, I mentioned last week that I've been in customers' homes working on their computers, and they had and for whatever reason I didn't get the whole game watched, or maybe I was busy and couldn't watch it at all. And so, I'm there working on a computer, and they have, the sports channel on, and they come on and they talk about what happened in the Steelers game yesterday. So then it blows it for me, so I still watch it, but it's not as exciting. Of course, it's better if you find out that your team won, but if you find out your team lost, then, you might not even want to watch it. Depending on how bad it was. But I'm the kind of fan that even if my team is doing really poorly, I mean, I'll even watch the other team take a knee at the end of the game to run out the clock, all the way to the very end, even if there's no chance that my team will win. But that's a way that you can do it. Now, last week we wanted to also go over another topic, and that is the advantage of having your own router and sometimes even your own modem with your internet service provider. And I realized after doing this, with discussion from one of our clients that was listening to the show and watching the show on one of our streams, either YouTube or Facebook, she actually mentioned that she has AT&T, and she was wondering about getting her own modem. Well, typically with AT&T, you're going to use their modem, and AT&T does things differently than Comcast. You actually buy your modem from them, and when you sign up, if you're a new customer, they typically will give you a rebate. So you're going to pay for it, and then they're going to give you a rebate or a gift card that equals the amount that you're going to pay for it. And so they do that just to make sure that you sign up, and then you're gonna be with them for a few months to make it a little bit worth them connecting you, and also getting that modem in there. So that's it's really not an issue with AT&T, but with Comcast, you're actually paying for your modem, and you're going to be paying $15 to $20 a month, depending on whether you're residential, commercial. You're going to be paying $15 to $20 a month for your modem, and that can add up. We have one customer that was having a problem with their Comcast modem, and this modem was about 10 years old, and it was a Comcast modem, and they were paying $15 a month. So just think of that, $180 a year. $1,800 over 10 years. And they were having a problem with their modem, and the tech on the phone said, well, just take it back to an Xfinity store and give them the modem. They'll give you a replacement modem. By the way, they take your modem and they refurbish it, and they probably give that out to someone else. So you're a lot of times you're not getting a new modem when you do that. But this customer got this replacement modem, and Comcast charged him like $30 activation fee for the modem. I mean, they paid $1,800 over the course of 10 years, and they still had to pay a $30 activation fee for this new modem. Just really kind of insane. Whereas you can go out. I mean, the modems that we sell, that we install, they're Motorola. They're good quality, and they're about $100. So really in less than a year, really less than 10 months, you can actually pay for, even less than 7 months. You can pay for that modem, and after that you don't have to pay if you calculate that $15 a month, or if you're a business, $20 a month, over the course of those months, that can add up. Also, another thing is having your own router. We recently had a client that upgraded their internet service, and when they upgraded their internet service, they had Comcast came out. Comcast installed the modem and had their computers connected to their modem, and but they were having problems. I mean, their computers weren't as fast on the internet when they were connected wirelessly. Their computers also, they were having other issues where the computer was just like the computers weren't finding each other. The computers weren't finding the server. They have a server. It's really not a server. It's just a workstation, but it's functioning as a server, serving data. They copy data to it. Scans go to it. Electronic medical records, initially the files go there, and then they're uploaded to their EMR system. This was a medical office, and their faxes come in, and they actually go digitally over to this computer. So the computers weren't finding that. So we're like, well, okay. So the router, this modem router that Comcast has, just wasn't able, because it wasn't assigning that server's IP address. That server had a static IP address, which means that it stayed at the same location every time to make it easy for devices to find it. Well, the Comcast modem was clueless of its existence, and couldn't, if you search for the computer name, which was something like server PC, the Comcast modem had no idea where it was. And so the computers weren't finding it. So we went through all the computers. We changed their network shares, and we changed it to where they're actually going to the IP address instead of the computer name. And that was working, except their Epson scanning software needed to search for it by the computer name, and the computer wasn't able to find it. So what we did, we had talked to them earlier in the process about this possibility, and we said, well, there's a workaround here, so let's try the workaround. Again, we couldn't get the workaround to work for every program, so it wouldn't work for that Epson scan program. So what we did is we installed a router, and this router had better wireless than the built-in system, and it also had really a better DNS server. Now, DNS stands for domain name. I think it's domain name service. But what it does is it helps your computer find a particular IP address. Find a computer that's really going to an IP address based on the computer name. So, and also websites. So, when you go out and let's say you go to a fasterpc.com, or you go to WCNO.com or WPSL.com, those are actually located at a particular IP address. And, you're not going to remember the IP address, and people aren't going to say, hey, go to 192. And really on a local system, it might be something like 192.168.1.250. But on the internet, it's going to be something like 50.24.124.34, something like that. I mean, you could imagine it would be insane to say, hey, this is our website address. No, we want to say a fasterpc.com or WPSL.com or WCNO.com. It's real easy to remember. So the DNS server points the name to the IP address where that device is located, and this router that we installed was capable, even though it didn't assign that server to the IP address. It knew that it was there. It knew that it was connected to it, because it was. I mean, the Comcast modem should have known, but it didn't. But the router that we installed was capable of, it knew that it was there, and it was able to route those computers over to that location. So then of course, we go and we rebuild the network paths again, and but the Epson scanning software worked at that point. And so we were able to resolve that issue by really putting in a router that provided a smarter interface, that had a smarter DNS system that actually could figure out, okay, this device is connected to me. I should be able to tell you how to get there. And that's what was happening with that. And we were able to, with that router, we were able to get them to where they were as functional as they were before. And all of a sudden, things that were slow before with the Comcast modem, like they were having a problem uploading files to their EMR system, which is their electronic medical record system. Well, all of a sudden with the new router, that all started happening quickly. So that's another thing, another advantage to having your own router, and there are more advantages that we'll go over in future shows.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website of fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5, and next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is Why Won't Christians Work as Diligently to Protect Life as Pro-Abortion Advocates Do to Destroy Life? Part 5. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Isn't it about time that we protect every human being in America, including the preborn? Go to personhoodflorida.com today to sign the Human Life Protection Amendment to establish liberty and justice for all. Again, that's personhoodflorida.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Louis.